Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more.
Welcome back to another Feed Me More Nutrition Tuesday Live. I am the big guy, Ryback. Good evening to everybody watching. Thank you for joining me here. Here to talk to you guys. Health, fitness, supplements, nutrition, mindset, answering your questions. Maybe got about 30, 35 minutes tonight. And we also, I think we're going to do a little special tonight. And this actually was part of the email. If you subscribe to the email, once a week email deal for us, we had a deal today where we're giving out a free bottle of the 1-2-3 muscle joint tendon formula, $44.99 value. Guys, what we're going to do here for YouTube tonight is all orders $75 and up prior to shipping. Just select one bottle of 1-2-3 muscle joint tendon formula. Put it in your cart. Use code 123FREE at checkout. A $44.99 value is yours free tonight, guys, with that. And that's going to be in the descriptions after the video and the comments on that. But that's the code. That's what you do. That is available to you now. And it's midnight Pacific tonight. And I want to give you a bottle of this stuff because it's awesome. It's helped me a lot with a lot of the arthritis in my shoulder, the inflammation of my body. There's a lot of things that have factored into that, and this has been a part of it. I started actually taking this formula in my 20s, and it all started with the acetyl myristoyate, and I added on it with supercisis and turmeric and things of that nature, and this addresses all of it. It's one of our coolest formulas. It's our newest supplement as well, and this is my way of getting it in my customers' hands. Giving it to you for free tonight. All orders over to $75. Discount code 123FREE. All right. Let's get to the questions. Damien, we got a super sticker. Thank you very much. Ricky Scurvy, good to see you, my man. You were not here on one of the other lives, the Friday live, and the wrestling questions were a bit out of hand. It's good to have you back, my friend. Good question on the nutritional yeast. Roger M79 asks, Kai Ryback, which nutritional yeast is better, the non-fortified kind or the regular? Does it really even matter? So the fortified nutritional yeast it has the B vitamins added to it, which it has a good amount of them. I love, and one of the big issues with vegans is adequate B12 levels, which is something actually I highly recommend. A lot of people will tell you, we got to eat meat. You got to eat meat to get your B vitamins. So the animals, they're getting supplemented the B12, right? So that we eat it when we eat the animals. Otherwise, we wouldn't get it. It's something that's been really, really taken out of context of what's going on. My B12 levels, I actually have stopped taking the oral supplement that I used to take. I used to take that regardless of my diet. I just always B12. It's packed in the Wake Up Unlimited Energy as well, loaded with B12, and because it's so great for energy. But my B12 levels have always been fantastic. They actually, when I got my first 3-month test done, they were way over being vegan. And I was like, it's nothing of concern, but I mean, they were really high, which is a good problem to have rather than not. So I think, again, it depends on, you're never going to hear anybody say, you're eating too much B12. And so I like the fortified kind personally, because I put, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tablespoons on my performance meals. So, But I think if you're just going adding for the protein content, I just think it's a good way to get your B vitamins in because it's packed with them, man. And nutritional yeast is for a person on building on a athlete high protein diet, and especially vegan. Nutritional yeast, man. Even if you're not vegan, adding nutritional yeast onto your meals. One, it has great flavor, great texture. I love it cooking with it. It just makes meals more cheesy, like, and you get 4 grams of protein per, I believe, tablespoon. But every serving size is 2, so you're getting 8 grams of protein, complete protein, with every 2 scoops. So man, I just bought a couple bags. I go through a couple bags a week on it with my meals. It's such an easy way. I too don't have to even eat the Beyond Meats with my meals. I've done it where I've just put nutritional yeast on and mixed it with a few other things and easily can hit 80 to 100 grams pretty damn easy with just eating that with vegetables. So it's a go-to, man. Fortified though is the kind I prefer. Let's see. Jeff Carter asks, I'm trying to build lean muscle at the moment, but can I do a full body workout with 3 to 5 reps once a week for strength gains as well? Absolutely, you can, Jeff. So a workout that I when I was younger, it was by this supplement company, actually, AST, which I believe they're still around. And their workouts is online. This workout program called the Max OT program. It's maximum overload training, is what Max OT stands for. And their rep range is the 4 to 6 rep range. And that was when I was younger, that was the first thing I came across that really gave me massive gains in the weight room. And I think if you incorporate, I would look up that program and just kind of get a little bit. And if you want to throw that in, I would do something like that, even if it's once a week. As long if strength, you're not entering a competition, you're just doing it. You just want to be a little stronger while you're doing your other stuff. Absolutely, my man. I think that's a very good thing. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Not doing anything CBD wise because I don't use it personally. I'm not. I invest in the space. I know it offers a lot of benefits to a lot of people, but I'm just not a CBD guy. Good to see you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Doing very well. Had a great day. Thank you. Got to see Dr. Sean over at Extreme Couture, who I'm going to be seeing him once a week working on my shoulder, along with my massage therapist and then my softball stuff. We broke up a lot of scar tissue today. And he's going to be adding a new element into this as I continue to progress things. So I'm very, very overworked with everything. And so that a lot of the content is going to be pulled back. Ryback TV may be the food videos may be only going to one time a week. I've got my priorities in line, and Feed Me More Nutrition is my #1 priority. I got to have a little bit of fun for a couple of years there while being tremendously busy all of this time. But I am honing in on things as we continue to improve this and grow Feed Me More Nutrition. It requires a massive amount of my time, massive amount of time and commitment. So it's that's why we're seeing things narrow down and get healthy. And eventually I'll go do my wrestling thing. You're not going to see me in the wrestling bubble. I've said this many times, guys. I'm very happy and I like the real world. And I don't care about the online stuff. I like good people. And I limit my exposure to bad people and negative mindsets because it doesn't fit in with where I'm going. So I try to provide value through things that have helped me And this is one of my ways of doing that for people that truly want to better themselves, that live by the hungry mindset that I adopted many, many years ago, that has allowed me to have everything in my life and to overcome my injuries that were game over in many ways, and to grow this with the odds against me and a multi-billion-dollar company suppressing my social media and me beating them legally every step of the way. It's my mindset, and that is what I'm passing along, and just want to help people while I grow my brand and my business, and then I go do my thing and just stay in my own world. Kind of, you won't be seeing me doing wrestling interviews. I turn down, block them all the time. I don't care. People are going to talk regardless. And when I'm healthy and back, no one's going to stop me. And I'm going to keep doing my thing. And I like talking about this kind of stuff because it's real. We got a new member, Canadian Crippler Nation. Thank you very much, buddy. New Rybacker. What's your opinion on Bang Energy, more specifically CoQ10? Do you know about that? Yeah, I take CoQ10. Great for the heart. We actually have a heart formula where that is part of the formula. CoQ10, vitamin D3. There's vitamin K. Is it K2? What am I? Vitamin K. Is it K2? I think. But there's a stack with that, and that is very, very good for the heart. But I get a lot of K now for my like, is it the iron and kale, I believe, and there's a bunch of the vegetables that are good amount. I think there's something I'm forgetting. But as far as that, Bang, listen. I don't. You know how you guys hear me talk about capitalism for bad? They're contributing in a bad way. Great at marketing, great at getting beautiful women to drink their drinks filled with aspartame and sucralose that does not belong in anything. They had a choice. They could have done things the right way and helped people. They're not helping anybody using the artificial sweeteners and colors. They are part of the massive problem in the world. Now, are they solely responsible? No, they are part of the problem, though. And it comes from the CEO, and it's handed down. You could do things the right way, or you could do things that don't. They provide no value to humans. None. The energy you get from that, you can get from 1,000 other sources that is so much better. So I'm not a fan. They're great. They've done a great job, and I provide the right choice. So it's it upsets me because I grew up and that stuff came out and I was chugging that stuff and I had all these side effects, and the stuff shouldn't be legal to be sold. And that includes all the drinks doing it, all the soda companies. And that's why we educate ourselves. And then eventually, if enough people don't buy it, they go away. That's the solution. But they've done a great job, fantastic job at marketing and getting people to think that stuff, helps them in any way. But it doesn't. We got on the ISO Hungry plant-powered protein, the caramel cookies coming out within a matter of weeks. And then we're doing chocolate next, and then the peanut butter. And then I will eventually have a fourth flavor as we're going to be scaling. We got a lot going on here with everything. And I believe we're going to be on Walmart.com. We're finalizing a few things. I believe supplements are already showing back up on eBay. We've integrated eBay back into the Shopify. And I believe everything is going to be available on there. It might already be. I think a part of it is. And we keep going forward with all this growing. Yeah, man, the Man of Steel, the Zevia. I'm drinking a black cherry right now. And I just wrote it. We have a great blog section on feedmemore.com with a lot of really good information from very, very, very good blog writers, along with myself contributing usually a blog every once in a while, 2 blogs a week when I can get it in. And Like after this, I'll go walk my dogs real quick, and then I gotta get my stuff and head upstairs into the office. Oh, like I let the dogs get everything all squared away downstairs, and then go upstairs for the night, and then I usually go up there and go to my office for another hour and a half, 2 hours at night, and before I call it a night. So the Zevia though, I grab one at night and take it up there with me too, and I put my GTS in my pocket, put my capsules in my pocket, and I pop them about an hour before I'm ready to go to bed, and that way I start winding down. Tony, this thing's already going right. That's such a what? If this thing don't go right in the future, if it wasn't going to go right, it would have been during COVID, and we had our best year ever. So, man, winners don't think about that kind of shit, man. Like I have no fears. I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars and laughed and just laughed and gotten it right back. I laughed at that shit, man. Don't. That's loser talk right there. God, who cares? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But if based off business statistics, if it wasn't going to work out, it would have already happened. So that's my answer to you. Canadian Crippler Nation, thank you for the super chat. I know it's a controversial question, but did you ever work out with Chris Benoit? So what was the workout routine? We're not, buddy, we're not doing the wrestling questions on here. This is a health and fitness thing. I don't know if you could pull that back. I appreciate the question. I've talked about that stuff on regular podcast and stuff. And, but I don't talk the wrestling stuff on here. Great guy when I met him in Deep South Wrestling though. And that was obviously prior to everything. Big guy, my dad just turned 73 and it has hip pain and is taking meds for it, and it's having weird memory problems, but they say it's the best thing for him. Would your stuff work for him at his age? Absolutely, I would try. I think the 1-2-3 muscle joint tendon formula could be very beneficial. It is great for people with arthritis too. I'm telling you from experience, having full arthritis in my shoulder and having no symptoms of arthritis with zero cartilage in my right shoulder. And I firmly believe it's from that joint formula and in my diet, even improving things even further. But that and the brain feed, I think, could be something. And you won't know unless you try. And that's the only thing. I can't give you a solid yes or no. My mindset on things like that is you like I if that was me, I would try 20 different things before I went that route. Obviously, I understand it. Like my dad, old school, hard headed, nothing like me anyway. Like he would do that exact thing right there, and he's around that age. So I understand it and I get it. But I do think that trying things that like the supplements that are, I feel could be very effective in that area. And I don't know his exact condition or anything like that, but I'm not going to tell you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to say, no, stop that. Like I think adding that in and even having the doctors look at it and they're going to say, yeah, there's nothing in this that would, should be fine and go that route and see. You don't know unless you try. And that's life. And that applies to so many different things, but it's like, you got to look at, like there's clearly negatives in this situation, right? So my thing is always, what's the problem and address it and try to find a solution to it. So. Oh, I love creatine, man. Christian asked, what do you think about creatine? I've been debating using it. We have our 10 count creatine. I use 10 grams a day. I love it. I throw it into with my pump plexity and I drink it right as I'm in the beginning of my workout. I'll chug the majority of it and leave a little bit in the bottle and then fill it up and kind of sip on the remaining during my workout. But because we have the glycer pump in there as well, that helps with blood flow and pump, which stacks really, really well with the pump plexity actually. But I love it. But I mean, if you dread using it, you dread using it. I don't know why, if you just dread taking it or dread like this, I don't know what you dread about it, but I have no doubt that you don't. I just think if you approach it with the mindset that it's helping you gain strength, which will help you gain muscle, which will help you perform better, you'll associate a positive with creatine in general, and maybe get a little more excited to use it. We leave that. It's up to Ricky's discretion based off the comments and how marky they are. I leave that up to Ricky. I'm not too worried about it. Not worried about it. You're welcome, Walter. Thank you for the question, buddy. Canadian Crippler Nation says, I'm trying to build a bigger back and traps. Any advice on achieving that goal? Yeah, it comes down to training and diet on that. I like to train traps twice a week usually. And like 1 week, one workout will be 8 to 10 sets. And then, the second workout might be a little bit lighter on that and really working on squeezing the muscle and getting anywhere, from 5 to 8 sets in on the second workout. Usually like this past week, I think I did 10, the one workout, then 6 on the other. And the 6 were weight in just 12 to 15 reps. But it's training consistently and really, really focusing on the muscle and back again, building, it's training back every week and everything works and nothing works. It's just incorporating different movements into your workout. I think it really, and the difference is I love free weights and I think free weights are much better than machines in a lot of ways, but I think machines are very beneficial in others. And I think from also like a muscle standpoint, I don't think there's a huge difference in from the looks by most people. I think people that are really in tune with their bodies can tell a little bit better difference with free weights over machines. But I think using a mix, reverse grip pull downs also are great for getting the lats to pop out a little better and incorporating a few sets of those into your workout. Those will make your lats, especially from that front position, just kind of pop a little better. But you want to bent over like row, some sort of, whether you use a T-bar row machine, you could use regular machines as well, different hand positions for it. I always try to mix things up and attack the muscles and try it from various angles and go in there. And I think for me, this is something that that has helped me because you can look, there's a million different things we could do. I think it really, really all comes down to our mindset going into the gym and telling ourselves we're having a great workout and being really satisfied with that workout and believing that workout is going to help us in a positive way. Because otherwise, I've seen people go in and they don't know when to stop. They got to keep training. They got to keep going and keep going because they're never satisfied. They're like, oh, I got to do more. I got to do more. Their mindset is working against them. It's never enough. And they end up overtraining, which I mix theories on. But most people, if they're not getting nowhere, you're burning so many calories in your diet, you're not getting them, you're overtraining. And there's this point of no return on a lot of that stuff. And their strength never goes up. So I think it's kind of having an idea. I'm going to go in, I'm going to do 16 sets for back or 20 sets for back today. It's going to be the best 20 sets. And I'm going to go happy. I'm going to leave satisfied. And then I'm going to improve on that in another 20 sets the next workout or whatever it is, the number you set. So I think having the mindset of going in there and attacking the game plan and coming out satisfied and then following a solid nutrition program will help you in achieving those goals. But it comes down to doing the work, right? I can give you a book and it has the Arnold Encyclopedia of Back and Traps. And you can read that book day and night, right? If you don't actually go to the gym and apply it and go in there with a game plan, it's not going to do jack shit for you. So you got to start doing the work and start training them. And you can do that, back as a body part once a week, and I see a lot of things online saying you got to train 4, 5, 6 times. I see chicks doing their same body part every day. But a lot of those girls have real bad eating and they're just trying to burn calories. And I'm just like, they'd be better off just training hard once a week and doing other things and incorporating more conditioning and maybe following a little better diet. And they would look even better. But everyone has different goals and agendas. Some people work out solely so they can eat whatever they want. And that's their call. It's their life, right? You can't I don't waste any energy over that. But if you're trying to really maximize, I'm very performance based. everything. I'm always ultimate performance. That's what I want. And from a competitor and an athlete, that mindset, I'm just hungry. I always, it's what, why am I doing this? Why, like, everything's energy to me. So get a game plan and go execute it, and you're going to start seeing results, and you start modifying it over time. We don't do anything. We have nothing for sinus pressure on that. Hey, Matthew, I'm trying to do full body workouts and improve my health. Do you know any products or do you have any advice that could help me? One, I think that's great that you've decided to start. I think our health is our wealth. And for me, it's the number one priority. And it makes other decisions you make a lot better, I feel, when health is of your main concern. I don't know where your diet's currently at. I always tell people before you, supplements aren't like, I think supplements are very, like, for me, very key part of a lot of my success of investing in myself. But I think with a supplement, it's not just supplements, it's diet and in a physical workout program of sorts. And it's a combination. It's more of a mindset than anything of all of that in health and fitness. But I think basic things like if you lack energy, the Wake Up Unlimited Energy is a great pre-workout energy supplement. I take it first thing in the morning when I'm doing my morning work before my breakfast. And it gets me all the way into the afternoon just going strong. And I usually do a little coffee in the afternoon and usually a decaf closer to the end of the night, most nights. So, but it's something like that. You know, we have the plant protein. We still have our grass-fed wheys up, but if you're just looking to get more protein, I don't know what your diet is, adding more protein into the diet, that's where supplements can help with that. But you want to have your diet and the workout plan in place. But I will say on the feedmemore.com website, on the individual, if you click on shop now, the individual product pages have good write-ups on what those products are and what they offer and their benefits as well. And I think that would be, without knowing too much about you, you'll get a better idea of seeing where you're at and, oh, I think that can help me and stuff. But the supplements, everything's top notch. It's just, I tell people, if you don't have the other stuff in place, so oftentimes it's a lazy mindset where they're like, people just want a quick fix. And that's like not counting certain things like the immune system support, the mood and stress support, Hope Spot, and the GTS Go to Sleep. Those are problem solvers right there that you don't have to, those do as they say without like, but the other stuff as far as with the diet and everything, with the working out, you want to have everything in line. Yeah, my carbs are I get mostly from vegetables and a little bit of fruit in the morning. And I do a little bit of air popcorn with a protein shake at night. That would be probably, and that's after my workout, usually hours after it. And that will be, that's my carbs for the day. They're relatively low on that. I do some beans in the afternoon, especially if I don't do a Ryback TV video. Those are usually a couple times a week where I'll get some carbs on those because I'm eating out. But it's usually just vegetables and a little bit of, I do blueberries, a little bit of blueberries and grapes or blueberries and raspberries and watermelon. And then I do 3 ounces of pomegranate juice in the morning as well. Dandelion root does stack very well with shell shock. I actually take it a capsule in the morning with my serving of shell shock. Dandelion is great for helping shed excess water. Let's see, Demon Glacier. Hey, Ryback, I have a question because I'm trying to just get a better diet rather than fast food and salads. In your opinion, would your supplements be better or worse than Atkins, Hydroxycut, etc.? I don't know what supplements Atkins had. I know of hydroxycut because I used to take it when I was younger, which had the ephedrine in it, which wasn't no business taking that. I would say yes, the Feed Me More Nutrition supplements. Everything we have is premium and top of the line, and we use more ingredients and more expensive ingredients than any company I've seen. And I've seen a lot of them. And we don't use any of the artificial sweeteners or colors. Everything's vegan friendly capsules and powders, so we could sell to everybody, and no one has to worry about anything of that nature. But my thing is I use all of this myself, and the brand is an extension of me and my mindset. So I'm not selling things for just profit. And I think there's nothing wrong with selling for just profit if you're selling good stuff. But my thing is I believe capitalism for good can solve a lot of the world's problems. And I don't claim to know everything. And I constantly am looking at things and trying to learn and evolve the things. But the brand is an extension of me. And I believe we offer the best supplements around. And we've grown from 3 to going on. We have 12 and with 13 or 14 around the corner, and it's going to be getting more and more. And we'll have the whole food multivitamin. We're going to have a really cool greens formula, as well as I really continue to just make this thing the monster that it is. Good to see you guys, Todd, Clark Chargers. I do got to get some more stuff from Star Nursery. I think I'm going to get some avocado trees and grape trees as well. Real green thumb these days. Yeah, there's a lot of fruit that's not high in carbs, and the thing is too with fruit, you don't have to eat the whole you don't have to eat a whole piece of fruit at once. You can cut off. You could buy 1 or 2 apples and make those last all week. I'm really big on mixing things, and the vitamins, the micronutrients that you're getting, and the antioxidants from fruits. A lot of those things are good for your metabolism as well. There's a huge difference, and this is something I didn't always fully understand. There's a huge difference from eating fruit and drinking like processed sugars, things like sodas with no nutritional value. They hit your body a lot different. And I just see continuous improvements in my body from things that I've always kind of steered away from. I always ate a good amount of vegetables, but I eat way more vegetables and a much more diverse diet now. And I'm seeing improvement week after week, improvements week after week after week. But I don't eat fruits all day. I do it in the morning, first thing when I wake up, when I'm breaking my fast from sleeping all night, where your body's more receptive to that. So I think too, doing it then or after a workout would be the most beneficial times. Have a good night, Jacob. Thank you very much. I highly recommend watching the documentary on Netflix, Seaspiracy and Cowspiracy. Cowspiracy is on the meat industry, farming industry, factory farming industry, a lot of that. And Seaspiracy is on the fishing industry, and what's going on and the problems that we face as a world. And I think it will open up a lot of eyes. Thank you very much, Martin. The chips video, it's funny. That seems to be a very popular thing, which at the time, that was what it was for, the ASMRs. I was doing a lot of different content to try, because YouTube was on fire. And I was trying to get as many wrestling fans to find me because my other social media is being suppressed. And eventually now the YouTube's just like Instagram and Twitter. But it is what it is. TikTok's the only good one going right now. And a lot of kids, though, people, like I noticed, like I went into the gas station the other day. There were 2 kids behind me in line. and they didn't recognize me from wrestling. They were a lot younger, so they probably missed my entire time in WWE. I heard him mumbling, I think it's Ruffles guy. And I just had my mask on and I was just smiling. I think it's hilarious though. And I had a security guard. He asked me that was a couple weeks ago. I had to drop off some stuff at a place. And he goes, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" And I go, "Yeah, man." He goes, you the chips guy?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "Oh, that's cool." I don't know what to say to it. So it thoroughly entertains me, but I don't think people truly understand what is all fully going on why I can do stuff like the chips video with Feed Me More Nutrition. So it makes me smile. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie says, "You rule, screw WWE." I'm with you. Thank you very much. We are killing our oceans. We're doing a lot of bad. We're far too populated, and we are. There's always been evil, destructive human beings, but now we are facing very serious issues. And when you actually watch, it's not lies, it's not conspiracy theories. We are not going down a good path. And our lifetime, a lot of changes are going to be happening. I'm switching my vehicles. I'm going all electric. It's the future. I know people that own gas stations have told me, and they think in the next 10 to 20 years, they're going to be forced to switch to electric. It's inevitable. It's the gas is not a forever thing. And and there's many issues going on. And so I figure being aware, once you become aware, it's really hard to keep doing things that when you don't know or you choose not to know, it's a little different, right? But once you decide, you'll be like, oh, I'm part of the problem with my decision making, and now we have options that are better. So I think I'm going to go. I'm waiting for a couple things, and I got to go look. I'm going to go look at I have a Cybertruck with Tesla on the tri-motor truck, Cybertruck reserved. I'm going to go look at their Tesla Model 3s to replace my Challenger with, which I love my Challenger, but I'd rather my value for cars is really high right now. I'd rather my trade-in value on both my vehicles is very, very good. And so I would rather capitalize on that before we're told we have to switch and our gas vehicles are worthless. So kind of just a little bit ahead on that. And that's going to be the next play. But I highly recommend watching those films. Yeah, that is. It's very scary with the oceans and what they're doing. And it's to meet the demand. But also a very good thing that's going on is the percentage of people switching vegan, which is what that's the only way to stop what we're doing. We're not going to be able to stop it because everything's tied into the government and we've just been down, man. It's once you see it for what it is and you're just like, man, we suck. We do. We torture animals and do things like for our own greedy pleasures of like, there's way better food eating and it's way better for us. We'll feel better. I mean, I just don't get it, but we've been fed a lot of lies, and it's not like we're not just like hunting animals to survive. We are producing them to torture them and just to have meat stands on every corner and fish stands, and it just sucks. When you see those, watch the films, you'll get it. I like Ricky Starks a lot, man. Ricky Starks was a great guy. We had a good time doing that. The bully segments were always a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Jay Stone. I've always just tried to stay the same and just share things I learn. I like to read and listen to a lot of audiobooks, watch certain things and I'm always trying to just improve. Yeah. Fish have no feelings. Again, I think you need to watch the film. I think that's a very, that's not true. Just so I think it's a very, very lazy, selfish, easy way out of that as well. Yeah, you want to, Martin. Exercise does take a lot of time, a lot of commitment, and you got to set aside time for it. And you got to look at your habits throughout the day and maximize your time. It pays off dividends. Looking good, it directly affects everything you do in life. I don't know why everyone should want to look as good as possible. I don't know how people don't, and being as healthy as possible in that. And there's always going to be fluctuations. Not everyone I'm saying has to be ripped and shredded and just healthy. Some people too, like women. I'm not into like the super muscular like fitness chicks or anything. I I just think the women that take care of themselves, that are healthy, they look a lot better and sexier than I think the women that are all roided out and not healthy and extreme with all of it. I think they look horrible personally. So anything beneficial for arthritis is the what we're doing tonight. I'm giving a bottle of this away for free. The 1-2-3 muscle joint tendon supplement here formula here for Feed Me More Nutrition. If you spend $75 on the website, add this to your cart and then use discount code 123 free, and a $44.99 bottle is yours free. It's a 1 month supply on that. And I have full blown arthritis in my right shoulder, and I have no symptoms of it. And I do a lot of work and a lot of different things, and diet plays a big part. I think adding also extra turmeric, which we have in there, but sprinkling it on your foods is really, really great for inflammation as well. Switching, but and I will say this, and this is switching to a vegan diet drops inflammation in your body radically, and I've experienced it. So, and I didn't experience it when I went vegetarian, but when I went full vegan, and that's what I was advised. They go, when you go, it was in a matter of 2 weeks, and the remaining little back pain I had, it's never been an issue since, and I'm going on. I think today's 7 months. It's either 6 months and 3 weeks or 7 months to the day. I got to look at my phone. I think we're at 7 months. So. All right, guys. We're already at 42 minutes. I got to wrap up here. I got to finish some things, take the dogs out, and then head up to the office and get some more work done, and with everything going on. But thank you very much, as always, for joining, and hopefully I'll be able to get in tomorrow and Thursday as well for Feed Me More Nutrition lives for the week. I always appreciate you guys joining me, and feedmemore.com for all your Feed Me More Nutrition supplements. Have a great night. Hold on. We've been interrupted. We have a super chat. Thank you so much for being an inspiration, Rye. Any favorite vacation spots? Come to Canada someday. Lena, thank you very much. My favorite vacation I've ever gone on was the Bahamas. And I was drunk the entire week. It was with an ex-girlfriend and her mom that flew us on a private jet down there. This is when I was poor and had nothing, by the way. And it's pretty funny. And we drank, and I think I smoked cigarettes that week just because I said, I've never even smoked. My ex-girlfriend smoked, and I was so loaded all week. And I just said, I'm going to smoke too. And I drove around in golf carts all day drunk. And it was the only time I've ever smoked, and never smoked after that. It's horrible. But that was a true destructive vacation outside of hard drugs, which I don't do hard drugs. So at least I could say I smoked cigarettes for a week of my life, which is not a good thing at all. But I was 20 something years old, and it was a good time. There were a lot of good stories that I can't talk about from a lot of great stories, actually, great memories thinking about that. So thank you for reminding me. But yeah, I've been to Canada many times, love Canada, and I appreciate the generous offer. And yeah, but thank you. All right, guys, I got to go. Have a great night. Feed me more.